if we are discussing the bonding in the metal carbonyls, so we have to see in detail the molecular orbital diagram of the carbon monoxide. You know the monoxide is a sigma donor and pi acceptor. Other ligands are also there which also act as a sigma donor pi acceptor like ethylene. So if you are seeing in carbon monoxide, there is a s and p orbitals are there. If you are seeing the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2 in case of the carbon, and in case of oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So if you are drawing the molecular orbital diagram of the carbon monoxide, so these 2s and 2p orbitals of the carbon and the oxygen, there is a less energy gap between the 2s and 2p orbitals. So this 2pz and the s orbital, they are combined together and giving a 2 hybrid orbital. Spz and spz, 2spz. Same way in case of the oxygen also. So this spz orbital and spz orbital, the lower spz orbital of the oxygen, this will be leaving as such, as a non-bonding. Upper spz orbital of the oxygen and lower spz orbital of the carbon, they are combining and giving a sigma star orbital and sigma bonding, sigma anti-bonding. Same with the upper orbital of the carbon, this is also not any other orbitals to combine together, so this is also leaving as such as a sigma non-bonding. The px and py orbital of the carbon and px and py orbital of the oxygen, they are combining together and giving a pi orbitals. So if we are filling the electron in this carbon monoxide, total 14 electrons are there in the carbon monoxide. So we are seeing this is near to the antibonding orbital, so this is having a, because that is related to the carbon, so in this one some of the character of antibonding orbital is there, and in the non-bonding of the oxygen, this is having a sub-bonding character. So this is having a highest occupied molecular orbital, so this is acting as a sigma donor, and the pi orbital is vacant, so this is acting as a pi acceptor ligand. If we are seeing the bonding by making the diagram, if you are seeing in the carbon, there is a s orbital, sp-z orbital, this is having a non-bonding electron, and two orbital px and py. Px orbital is having a 1 electron, sp-z having a 2 electron. Same way, and one of the pz orbital having a 1 electron, singly occupied. Same way, in case of the oxygen, sp-z orbital is having a 2 electron, one other sp-z orbital is having a single electron. Px and py, px is having a 1 electron and py having a 2 electron. So these are the px orbital, singly occupied, both is having a singly occupied px orbital, doubly occupied py orbital in case of the oxygen, and in carbon there is a no electron in the py orbital. So these combined together giving a sigma bond. Sigma bond, and px and py together giving a pi bond. So we can see in case of this one, lone pair of the carbon, lone pair of the oxygen. This pz or sp-z orbital, they are combining together to giving a sigma bond, and this is used for the pi bonding, and this oxygen having a py lone pair, so this can be as a making a dative bond with the carbon or the coordinate bond with the carbon. Same way you can understand how that bonding is happening. This is acting as a sigma donor. This is a sigma donor. If the pi donation, so if we are seeing the bonding in case of the metal to ligand, pi bonding. So these are the pi star orbital of the carbon monoxide. These are the pi star orbital of the carbon monoxide. These are the LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. And if we are seeing in the metal, T2G is a non-bonding electron. They are acting as a donor. So they are giving their these are the highest occupied molecular orbital in the metal. They are donating their electron to the unoccupied orbital, that is the pi star, to the carbon monoxide. So one of the sigma donation, and other one is the pi acceptor behavior of the carbon monoxide. So in this molecule, as the electron density delocalized from metal d orbital on to pi star orbital of carbon monoxide increases, further electron flow from carbon monoxide to metal d orbitals results. The results of this two-way electron flow is that the metal ligand bond is stronger than the sum of the isolated ligand to metal sigma bonding and metal to ligand pi bonding effect. This kind of mutual strengthening of sigma and pi bonding is called synergism and synergistic effect भी जिसको हम बोल देते हैं. What is synergistic effect? Means mutual strengthening of sigma and pi bonding. This is the two-way electron flow. There is a evidence for this type of synergistic effect. In this one, we can see, if we are seeing the infrared spectroscopy. This is related to the frequency and the wave number by 2 pi c root k over mu. That you all know that k is giving a bond strength. If bond strength is more, then frequency or wave number will be increasing. So if in the exam people are asking about the bond order, bond strength, these all are related to the infrared spectroscopy. So IR frequency is directly proportional to the bond strength, directly proportional to the bond order, directly proportional, inversely proportional to the bond length. So first, this effect is charge on the metal ion. If metal is having a positive charge, if positive charge is there, then that time metal is having a low electron density. So low electron density is there, then they are reluctant to give electron to the carbon. Pi star anti-bonding, they are not giving. So if pi star not having any of the electron, so their bond order will not be decrease, their bond order will be increased. If negative charge on the metal ion, so they will be increasing the electron on the pi star antibonding orbital of the carbon monoxide, so they are decreasing their bond order, so they are decreasing their frequency of the carbon monoxide. But in between the metal to carbon bond, there is an increase in the metal carbon bond, but there is a decrease in the bond order of the carbon monoxide. So we can see the formal negative charge on the metal ion is increasing, so they are increasing the carbon and oxygen bond length and decreasing the bond order. Same way, if a formal positive charge increasing, so they are decreasing the bond length, decreasing the bond length and increasing the bond order. If you can see the trend, like titanium, so in this trend there is an increase in the frequency of the CO bond order. The frequency is increasing in this order, and so the carbon monoxide bond order, bond strength frequency increasing. If we are seeing, there is a and this one is a 2200 centimeter inverse. So mu CO is increasing in this order. So means carbon monoxide bond strength is increasing in this order, and metal to carbon bond strength is decreasing in this order, but carbon monoxide, their bond strength is increasing in this order, and metal carbon bond strength is decreasing in this order. They are the two things. Metal carbon bond, if we are increasing the positive charge, metal carbon bond strength will be decreasing, and the carbon monoxide bond strength will be increasing. If positive charge is increasing on the metal ion, so there is an increase in the carbon monoxide bond strength and bond order, and decreasing the bond length. So understand?